Hi guys, welcome to Maths Chat today. I'm going to be showing you how to solve simultaneous equations using a process called elimination. Now in my previous video, I've already showed you how to use the process called substitution to solve simultaneous equations. And this one's slightly harder, so make sure you get your pens and paper out so that you can follow along easily. To start off, using the elimination method, I'm going to write both of my equations on top of each other. So there's my first one, and this is my second one. Now my aim is to get rid of one of my pronumerals so that I can just work with one, similar to how in substitution we want to work with just one pronumeral from the start. So to do that, I need to make sure that the coefficient of one of my pronumerals is the same. Now it will be much easier in this case to multiply this equation by 2 and make the coefficient of y for the top 2, because this one down here is also 2. So let's multiply that by 2. So I'm going to rewrite them applying this multiplication. The first equation now becomes 4x plus 2y is equal to 20. 3x minus 2y equals 8. Now my second equation has not changed at all in this case. Now that I've got the same value in front of both of my y's, I can cancel them out. Now because that's a negative and this is a positive, I need to add this whole equation to this one, because that will in turn mean that this becomes 0. So let's continue on with this addition for both of the equations. 4x plus 3x becomes 7x. 2y plus minus 2y becomes 0. Now that's what we were aiming for, and that's why it's called the elimination method, because we're making the coefficient of one of the pronumerals 0. Then 20 plus 8 becomes 28. So I'm left with 7x is equal to 28, and therefore x is equal to 4. Now remember, just like in substitution, I need to find my corresponding y value for the point of intersection. So let's sub it back into one of our problems. I'm going to sub it back into the original. So 2x plus y is equal to 10. Now if I sub in 4, I'm left with 8 plus y is equal to 10, and then I can further rearrange so that I've got y equal to 2. So therefore, my point of intersection is equal to 4, 2. This second example using the elimination method is slightly harder. I'm going to start using the exact same process where I write each of my equations above each other. 2x plus 3y is equal to 10, and 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 2. Now you'll notice that in this particular case, none of my coefficients are the same as each other. In the previous example, we multiplied one of the equations by 2 to make sure that we could cancel out the 2 y's. In this case, I'm going to need to multiply both equations by a certain number so that I can get the same coefficient for one of my pronumerals. To do that, I'm thinking about the lowest common multiples for each of these. So the lowest common multiple for 2x and 3x is 6, which means that I'm going to multiply both of them by each other. The first equation is multiplied by 3, and the second equation is multiplied by 2. Applying these multiplications will leave me with 6x plus 9y equals 30, and 6x minus 8y is equal to negative 4. And I now have the same coefficient in front of my x's, which is really good because it now means I can cancel them out. In this case, because they are both 6, I'm going to subtract this bottom 6 from the top 6. If this was already a negative, I would need to add it. Since it's not, I apply the negative. 0, 9y minus 8y becomes 9y plus 8y. So plus 17y is equal to 30 minus 4. Now because of those two minuses again, this becomes a positive. $17y equals 34, and now we solve for y. And y is equal to 2. The final step is to sub this back in. I'm going to sub this into my first equation. Two x plus 3 times 2 is equal to 10. 2x plus 6 is equal to 10. And now I rearrange in order to get x by itself. Final step is to divide by 2, and therefore x is equal to 2. So this tells me that therefore the point of intersection is equal to 2, 2. So that was how to solve simultaneous equations using the process of elimination. Make sure that you hit like and subscribe, and also leave any comments or questions that you have below. Bye!